two types of men in the modern world: simp for women and blame women for everything. Both are worthless, but there are some men that operate on a different level. These men are rare and never simp, nor do they hate women. What these men are focused on is their purpose, and they don't let their sexual desire distract them from their path. You see, lust is a very strong desire in men, but you will never be successful if your lustful thoughts overpower you. We will go over 6 powerful ways to control your lust. Most guys don't have any control over their emotions, and this makes them a slave to their desires. They fap like a little worm, or are constantly wasting time simping over girls. Lust is a natural human motion, and like any other emotion, it can become a superpower if you know how to channel it. The reality is that most guys lack stoicism. When they're angry, they will break things, and when they are full of desire, they can't focus on women. What's crucial to understand is that you are not your feelings. You should act on them. When you control your emotions, you'll be able to talk to women without flinching, because lustful thoughts will go unnoticed. You simply let them pass by, and when it's time to work on your goals, you can use the lust you ignored earlier, and it will help you work even harder. Emotions are a source of energy, and you must choose when to use them. If you follow Instagram models or take your phone to bed with you late at night, there is a good chance you will go down a dark path of porn. At least you will, wasting my time scrolling and watching girls online like a simp. It is embarrassing. Our phone is a very powerful device, but it can also be extremely self-destructive, and most guys use their phones to self-sabotage. They destroy themselves with distractions. Think for a second. You have a phone which could be used for gaining new knowledge, networking, or making money, but most guys use it to chase pleasure instead of success. Here is my guidance. Every man to do: and follow girls on Instagram. Stop mindless scrolling on TikTok, and use your bed for sleep instead of watching sexual content. It's strong enough to handle the temptations. Many guys have tried, and they all failed. The algorithm is too strong. It is designed to play with your personal desires, and, my friend, the only way to beat it is by setting some boundaries that you will never cross. Defining your values can strengthen you. You resolve when you set a goal for yourself, whether it's eating healthier or getting better at resisting sexual temptation. It helps to have a clear idea of why you're doing it. Write down the main reasons. Review it anytime you feel your resolve. If you don't understand your desires, you can't control them. So the next time you experience feeling of lust, think about what's going on. For instance, if you realize that you've been using sexual thoughts or behaviors to manage with stress, set an intention to find new coping methods to form healthier habits. You may realize those lustful thoughts show up more when you're bored. Is actually one of the most common reasons why guys get lost in their sexual desires. You see, we live in times where we are so hyper-stimulated that people can't even be bored anymore without their desires taking over instantly. That is why they will grab junk food or start fapping the moment they have nothing going on. My guidance: think about your dream life. Where do you want to be? It may take time to sit through boredom if you're not used to it, and your lust may be too strong. So the next best thing is to keep your mind busy. Try to listen to a podcast or an audiobook while you're doing boring tasks instead of letting sexual desires take over. There are 2 main driving forces in the mind of any man. The first is the desire to conquer goals, and fortunately for your mind only has space for one of these voices at a time. This means that it's impossible to distract a hard-working man that is in the flow state. No amount of sex will interrupt his mind if he is too busy conquering an objective. Imagine a soldier going to a war. What do you think is going on in his mind at that time? The desire to win the war or to have sex with a woman. When you are a single man, make it your sole purpose to work towards goals and always keep your mind occupied with new goals to conquer. Remember, you are not alone. I am with you.